We are giving away my mr2, and today is episode 2 of transforming the mr2. Today's mission is to replace this bumper and make this car look even better. This is an aftermarket from KBD. If you guys don't know, finding a OEM bumper for these cars are so hard to find. I bought one, it cost me $800, and today's mission is to get the bumper ready for paint as well as install it. So this bumper is completely leaving, and you're probably wondering, Irving, this bumper looks awesome. In reality, this bumper looks like trash, and let me show you. One, a lot of people don't notice this, but this bumper actually quite sags a lot. You notice it when I really back up. It sags a lot in the middle. It fits like garbage. This is a KBD bumper. I don't recommend this whatsoever. You can't even run like the OEM trim pieces. You can't put the OEM lights because if it's horrible, it doesn't connect properly to the fender. It's a very horrible fitting bumper. The only reason I bought this is because I could not find an OEM one. Now I have an OEM one. So today's mission, replace the bumper, get it painted, get it installed, get this thing looking beautiful. Yeah, and if you guys don't know, you can win this car. All you have to do is buy anything from my website, link in the bio. Let's start the build. Episode 2. Let's make this thing look. But this car is definitely faster now. The previous wheels were like 100 pounds each. I know for a fact a lot of you are not going to agree with me, but yeah, this bumper is hideous. And let me just show you some of the imperfections before we remove it completely. One, the center of this bumper actually sags like crazy. Like, dude, this is just like a big sag bubble right here. This is from KBD, so this is not like, this is just a plastic bumper. These plastic bumpers fit horribly. They can withstand a lot of damage, so it's perfect for drifting, but since we're not drifting this thing, yeah, we don't need all that sag right there. Two, I can't run any of the OEM trim because this thing kind of sticks out way too much. The fitment is horrible as well, as you can see here. I could never get this thing to align properly. I tried several times. I did all sorts of things and I just could not get it to work. On top of that, I can't even run my OEM lights as well because it just fits horribly. It falls out and there's nothing keeping it in place. So overall, this is a horrible bumper. If I had to rate it 1 through 10, I would definitely give this like a 3 or In order to fix my problem, I'm going to be replacing it with an OEM bumper that fits amazing. And we're going to paint match it in this video, install it, and this thing is going to look perfect. Let me show you the bumper. I'm going to be replacing it with this OEM bumper here. This bumper is used, is very, very scratched up and dinged, but this is the cheapest one I could find. And it's kind of ridiculous how much I paid for this. I paid $800 for this dinged up, scratched up bumper. Yeah, that's how hard mr2 parts are getting. This was $800. It's gonna be about $200 to paint it. So overall, I'm gonna spend like $1,000 just to fix this ugly, crappy front end. So first thing we're gonna do, let's remove the aftermarket one, throw this one on just to see what it looks like. Step 1, open the hood. We're gonna have one bolt here, and yeah, I think, yeah, we just have one bolt here and then 2 on the sides, and that should be it. So let's remove that one single bolt and remove the whole bumper. There we go. Now let's do the sides. I don't even have the harness for these lights. I definitely need to get a harness, but that light is now off. Let's go do the other one. And this one just has a plain screw. Holy cow, that was, dude, that was not safe. But like I said, again, these bumpers just fit horribly. So there's that. Now let's lift it up so we can get to the side bolts. This thing should come right off. Bro, Ikono did such a horrible job. They didn't even remove the light. Okay, now we're gonna get underneath the car and we're going to actually remove the brackets that I made. I made those brackets to kind of hold the bumper in place because this bumper is very, very jagged and all over the place. So simple 10 right here. And that's it. Now this bumper sticks out way too much, looks horrible. We have one on that side as well. Let's remove those two, remove the side bolts, check out the new end links. They look beautiful. And yeah, this thing should be good to go. So one less, let's remove that one. Side pieces, bumper's coming off. This side should be loose. There you go. One more, that side. As I'm removing the rest of this bumper, I'm gonna have my coworker here help me sand the bumper. So Annabelle is actually going to be sanding this bumper right here. I'm gonna put it on time lapse and you guys are gonna see her sanding it. We're gonna do 400 grit, so she has it right here. We're gonna do 400 grit, and then I have plastic, I don't even know how you were saying, plastic filler. So we have plastic filler for like these big scratches here, but she's gonna sand the whole paint, because if we take it to Econo's not gonna what, Annabelle?
They're not gonna do anything.
They're not gonna, yeah, they're not gonna do anything. And I want this to come out pretty decent. So I'm also gonna come by and remove the lights, but she can just sand the big areas, and then I'll go back and sand all the tiny little areas as well. I'm also gonna remove this lip so they can paint the aftermarket one. We're gonna sand that as well. So she's gonna go over it. You guys are gonna see in time lapse, and she's gonna start sanding it while I remove the other one. That should be it. Let's simply pull it. Oh, dude. Tanner has no more ugly, crusty KBD bumper. This thing looks very weird, but at least it's gonna look so much better now. I have Annabelle just holding the bumper briefly. Dude, this thing fits so good. Bro, this thing's gonna look amazing once I paint it. Let's finish sanding this thing, and dude, look at the fitment, like spot on. Like, I don't have to do nothing. Now that we're sanding, I'm actually gonna remove the bottom lip, because the new lip is actually going to go in the same spot as this OEM one, and I believe these are all 12s. No, what size are these? 10s? Way too big. 10s. Okay, let me get a 10 socket, and we're gonna remove the bottom lip and replace it with the new one, and then continue sanding. Old lip is off. Now let's throw the new one on, and hopefully the fitment is like OEM. So I'm hoping I don't have to fight this whatsoever. And we have our bumper. This was about a week later. We do have our bumper. This thing is painted. Let's throw it back in the car. I do notice that this thing is a little bit darker than the rest of the car, but normally this happens if you don't respray the whole car. So I'm hoping over time this will fade and it will match the rest of the car. If not, it is what it is. We're just gonna leave it like that. It definitely looks better. And yeah, let's throw it in the car and see what it looks like. Next, we're going to be throwing these turn signals on. These simply just kind of like, you finesse them in there, just press them in. That's it. Well, boys, this is the end of episode 2, and dude, I'm so conflicted right now. I'm so in love with this bumper, but the paint is not it. The paint looks good, but it just doesn't match the car. There's some weird dude like yelling over there. I don't know what he's doing, bro, but, and he's coming this way with headphones. I have no idea what that dude is doing. Okay, but regardless, I'm so conflicted right now. This thing looks so freaking good, but the color doesn't match. These guys were like a shade off. Oh man, you guys are ready for this? I don't know. I'm gonna let it see if it fades over time. If it doesn't fade, I might have to take the car back to get repainted. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I love the bumper, but it's not the same shade of cream. I actually like the color of the bumper more than the rest of the car. This is the color I wanted, so if anything, they painted the bumper right, but didn't paint the whole car right, because this cream just looks amazing. I just wish the whole car looked like this. Well, let me show you the car. Overall, I'm super in love with the bumper. It's just I wish the paint color matched, man. This hurts. I love the color on the bumper. I honestly love it more than the actual color of the car, because if you notice, this is actually more cream than that. That is like a lighter cream, and this is like a darker cream. So, and it's one of those things that you can't really like, you can't get away with it. This is definitely a lot lighter than that, but that looks better. So it is what it is. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it sit out in the sun, because this is cheap paint. It does fade over time, and I'm hoping, just because this is new, that looks different. And we definitely got to clean the rest of the car, so that's what I'm hoping for. We'll see. If it doesn't get a little bit better, we're definitely going to get the whole car resprayed again, even though I wanted to save some money because I wanted to look good for the new owner. Regardless, here it is. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? What do you think of the new bumper look? Not the color, the bumper. Overall, I think it definitely looks 100 times better. Link in bio if you want to win this car. Just buy anything from the merch site. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time.